Hey, what's going on, fam? This is me, G, Gary, um, and it is October 17th, 2000. And I guess I'm trying to get comfortable here in my bed. October 17th, 2013, and you are here in my humble abode. My room is actually a little clean, hence the reason why we're in the bed. Because I actually was able to clean it off and make it look like something today. But I'm not going to show you all of that because um, I'm just not. So anyway, um, what's going on? This is video number one, two, three. So this is our third YouTube video as part of the YouTube a week video challenge. Um, if you are a former YouTuber or you are somebody who is new, then of course you can join in on this challenge. It is going on for the month of October and the month of November. You know, you can just post one video a week, whatever day of the week that is that works out for you. And it could be really just about whatever it is that you want to talk about. So just kind of like getting back into the original spirit of YouTube and what it was originally about. I never really posted up until this point, and I've actually been enjoying myself quite a bit. So I'm very thankful for Tiffany Poetic Old Soul, of course, who issued the challenge weeks ago and has been pretty faithful in encouraging everybody else to do it. So, uh, 2 minutes. Okay. So, um, like I said, today is October the 17th, 2013. And for those who did not know what today is LGBTQ LGBTQ Spirit Day. And so what today is essentially, um, just to honor those of the LGBT community who have befallen um, or rather who have been victims of bullying. Um, so it's a day in which you wear your purple, which I obviously do not have on today, because I actually did forget, and actually just wanted to kind of put on my wonderful blue sweater today, but I was definitely there in spirit. And so you put on the color purple in some way, shape, or form. And just to let people know in the community that you are against bullying, um, and you know and you're giving honor to those who have been affected by it. Personally, I have been affected by it, being a uh, same gender loving person of color, man of color, and then not presenting as very masculine. Never really ever presenting as masculine when I was growing up. And, when I actually began to come into myself, I didn't present as masculine as maybe a lot of people probably thought that I should have. But as I get older, I realize that I don't necessarily want to fit in a particular type of box. I'm realizing that it's actually kind of funny because, like, a couple of days ago, I was having a conversation with I guess you can say he's an older mentor of mine, and he's a married man, heterosexual, but love him like crazy. He's really just kind of taking me under his wing, if you will. And we have like the most amazing conversations about race and just race, how we're looked at in the world, and these things like that. And he's really been very encouraging of me and what it is that, I'm trying to do as I'm still trying to figure myself out at several years shy of 40, but I think I may be on my way, and hopefully, as weeks develop, I'll be able to let you guys in on some of that. But, so we're just having like this random conversation the other day, and the topic turned on to like artistic people and people, who pretty much just kind of go out in the world, like as themselves and don't really care about what anybody really has to say. And the thing that he said to me that I thought that was just really hilarious and quite funny was, you know, he was like, well, Gary, you present as eccentric. And I was like, wow, I'm eccentric? And he's like, yeah. He was like, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You just kind of carry yourself as yourself. He was like, you dress the way that you dress, you talk the way that you talk, and it is you. And you don't seem to have a care in the world, what anybody else thinks about you. And I thought, um, you know, I've had time to think about it since then. And I still find it very hilarious because I think that was his way of telling me that, yeah, I see you for who you are, but I still see you for who you are. And I love you regardless of all of that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was very endearing to me. And it just gives me hope that, as the media continuously tells us that black people are some of the most homophobic people that you'll ever meet, and then especially being in particular type of environments, I'm just finding out that that is so far from the case, and I'm very, what is the best word to really describe it? Like it just really makes me feel really great inside and that I was that I'm alive to be able to see it at 17, many moons ago when I was 17. And really just acknowledge to myself, like, yeah, I am, I am. At that particular time, it was gay. So we didn't have the same gender loving or the SGL designation at that particular point, but gay, and I was able to come into myself and say like, yeah, this is who I am. And but at 17, I was just very discouraged because the only thing that I was able to really to see growing up was the extreme of gay. So either, and this is nothing against any of my brothers at all because the spectrum of humanity, just like the spectrum of sexuality, is very wide and very varied. I mean, and so you can, play in all of the gray area of sexuality. You can play in just only the black areas of sexuality or only the white areas of sexuality. But there's this whole rainbow variety spectrum that we all live on, and it would be really great, like if we could actually acknowledge that and see that whether we understand it or not is really very irrelevant. And I think that's part of the problem is that everyone thinks that they really have to understand everything that there is to know about everybody when they barely understand anything about themselves. Um, but then always want to try and categorize. And that's one of the things that as I live my life, I don't necessarily want to be boxed into a particular type of category and then being told that because you are this, then you can only be this and that over here. And I don't want to live within those types of limits. And I've been fortunate enough in all of the spaces that I travel in to um, travel in as myself, and that is through whatever stage it is that I'm going through at that particular time in my life. So, very grateful for that. But again, today is National Spirit Day, um, October 17th, 2013. You wear your purple in support of anti-bullying campaigns, and just the fact that you really don't want people bullied. And this doesn't apply to just gay people, but just people in particular, you know, I don't ever want to see people who are disabled get bullied. I'm just beyond tired of watching women get bullied. I am, you know, just anybody who is made to feel less than in this world because, um, society wants to tell people that they have no value, and everyone who is here has some sort of value, and I think they should be able to live their life as they are and try to figure out what that is. So, I think that's it. I think I was just kind of rambling and just going off just because there really was no particular focus with this video. So I hope you enjoy. Um, like, comment, do all of those really great things. Always love yourself. When you love yourself, then you're able to love other people that are able to come into your life, like as they are, wherever they are in their respective life journey. And also, in loving yourself, you can also um, find out or know when you run across people that you can't love at all, or give them, rather, that you can't love them, but that you're not unable to give them what it is that they need in order to feel loved. At which that point you're able to love them from a distance and open the door for those people who are able to give them exactly what it is that they need, and could possibly want. So, um, it's a great thing. And when you're able to love yourself, then you really open up the doors for other people who are going to love you as you are as well. So I think that's it. That's everything. I love each and every one of you. Those who watch this and that I know, those who watch this that I don't know. I just think that it's very important that we know that we are loved for all that we are and whoever we are. So, with that, I'm signing off, and I will leave you with my mantra, something that I'm just going to continue to quote because I believe in it. And so hopefully you're able to carry it on. So give love, be love, receive love. I think that's what it is. Now I don't even know what it is that my saying is. But essentially, why? Because it works. I love you. Be good. Hugs and kisses. Happy National Coming Out Day. This is also LGBT History Month, so learn, if you are an LGBT person, then by all means find out what it is that we have done in history. We have contributed so much to the world, it's like ridiculous. It's amazing the things that we have contributed to the world. I mean, and it's been a variety of people. So, um, African American people, African American people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Caucasian people, Samoans, just whatever. And if nothing else, learn about other forms of sexuality that may have existed, or rather that did exist in other cultures, so that way you can have a better understanding and know that we are just not some recent phenomenon and just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and that for many of us, we are not the byproducts of sexuality gone wrong. So, meaning that we weren't raped or molested, or we just weren't really treated right, or we grew up in a home without one parent but had another that was too overbearing, or we grew up around too much of this but not enough enough of that, you know. History will tell you that we have been here since the beginning of time. So know that. I think that's it. So I love you. Hugs and kisses. Mwah. Ta ta.